The Vols have won the past 5 consecutive matchups against the Commodores, but they haven't scored in the second half this season since Georgia. Stay tuned to see if they can get the 6th consecutive win against Vanderbilt. From inside Neyland Stadium reporting, I'm Lindsay Neesmith. As Pat Summitt steps down as the head coach at the University of Tennessee, people across the nation remember her legacy. But for the players, it's even more personal. Although being a student athlete can be tough, the Lady Vols basketball team seems to have found success both on and off the court. Pat Summitt can boast a 100% graduation rate, and 73% of her players have a GPA of 3.0 or higher. The torchbearer is located in the heart of the University of Tennessee's campus. It's a symbol that represents students sharing their light with others, which truly embodies the volunteer spirit. As Pat Summitt steps down as the head coach at the University of Tennessee, people across the nation remember her legacy. But for the players, it's even more personal. Off the court, to her players, she's more than titles and wins. Former player Glory Johnson says Summitt far surpassed her role as coach.
She plays a great mother figure role with the players and also a mentor. If I ever had anything that I needed to talk to Pat about on the floor, I could just give her a call or go over to her house and just have a one-on-one conversation. I wasn't too scared about it. It doesn't happen that you can do that with too many coaches, especially Pat Summitt, and no one would expect that. But she was a great person, just someone that I could talk to like I could talk to my mother, and she was able to be there.
And through that mentor relationship, junior Tabor Spaney has found a couple of things she'd like to carry on.
Her discipline, her unrelenting work ethic, I think she's one of the hardest work I've ever seen, and her fighting mentality, not only on the basketball court, but now with this fighting of this disease and taking it head on and just being relentless in that. Those are character qualities that I've definitely taken and want to be like.
But for former player Alicia Manning, her admiration for Pat Summitt began long ago.
She's just been such an inspiration for me. I remember doing book reports on her when I was little and doing biographies and stuff like that. And to be able to spend 4 years of my life with her and, 4+ years, continuing on, it's been a journey and it's been...
6 Lady Vols will return to play under new head coach Holly Warlick for the upcoming season. Reporting for UT Today, I'm Lindsay Neesmith. Watch the hand! Second baseman Lauren Gibson has played softball her entire life. And her motto?
Try my best at everything. Like, when I leave the field, I want to make sure that I left everything on the field, that I didn't have anything left in me.
Third baseman Raven Chavon says giving it 100% seems to be paying off.
She went from, having a good freshman year to having, an All-American sophomore year and probably having another All-American junior year. So, I think the numbers that she puts up speak for itself.
Gibson led the SEC in hitting last year and seems to be continuing the trend as she has hit 12 home runs this season.
Every time she connects, it's a laser beam. Also, she's really fast, which people wouldn't necessarily think, but she's easily one of the fastest people on the team.
On top of her speed and athleticism, co-head coach Ralph Weekly says he admires something different.
Comes to work every day with a hard hat and a lunch pail and just gets dirty and just a great kid to be around.
With her work ethic comes energy, something she uses to motivate her teammates.
Well, you can always hear her, and in a positive way. And she sits on the front step of the dugout when she's not batting or not in the field, and she's always encouraging and yelling and picking up and putting up other team players.
But after it's all said and done, All-American or not, Gibson has her eye on one thing.
I would probably give up my All-American and all that stuff to be a national championship. Just to have that ring, to be called like a national championship winner, like that's my dream. That's what I want.
Reporting for UT Today, I'm Lindsay Neesmith. It's halftime here at Neyland Stadium, and the Vols are up 14-7. A lot's on the line as they seek bowl eligibility and their first SEC win. But that's not the only thing on the line. For some UT players, this will be the last time they step foot on Shield Watkins Field.
Middle linebacker, number 40, is Austin Johnson.
It's been a long journey for senior linebacker Austin Johnson. His love for the orange and white began at just 6 years old.
My uncle lives here at UT, and so I always came here to go hunting with him and stuff like that. So every once in a while, when I was real little, he asked me one day, he said, would you rather go to a football game or go hunting one more day? And I told him I want to go to the football game. And I was about 6 years old, and I just fell in love with the university and the Tennessee football.
Even today, game day traditions bring excitement for the North Carolina native.
The ball walk is awesome. You know, you just get that tingling inside of you, and you get that spirit, and it's just going out and seeing all those fans cheering for you, getting a nice suit on, dressing up, just kind of showing off your style a little bit, and just walking down the ball walk is a great feeling, and it's something that's a tradition here, and it's awesome. Running through the tee is something that's really special here at the university, and it's a tradition here, and just seeing all the fans just start cheering, all the flashes from all the pictures is awesome. You can't beat running through the tee.
With game day comes the jitters. Johnson remedies this with one thing: dancing.
You know, it kind of just relaxes me and just kind of gives me that hyped up feeling.
Throughout his 4 years, Johnson has played a lot of games, but one in particular stands out.
One of my most favorable memories is the South Carolina game, Halloween, black jerseys, got that touchdown, so that was pretty awesome.
Johnson has played under 3 coaches at UT, including 1 year under Philip Fulmer, 1 year under Lane Kiffin, and 2 years under Derek Dooley. Through coaching changes and struggling seasons, Johnson still chooses to remain upbeat.
I guess I could have been a part of the rebuilding stages, but I was also part of history, and seeing so many coaches, I learned so much, and I want to change it for the world, and the Lord put me here for a reason, and I learned from it and made me a better man today.
Johnson will take that positive attitude to try to end his career at UT on a positive note with a win against Vandy. The Vols have won the past 5 consecutive matchups against the Commodores, but they haven't scored in the second half this season since Georgia. Stay tuned to see if they can get the 6th consecutive win against Vanderbilt. From inside Neyland Stadium reporting, I'm Lindsay Neesmith. And she is very famous for her Pat Summitt stare. What was the first time you encountered that? The Lady Vols softball team boasts 4 All-Americans on this year's roster. One of those faces is second baseman Lauren Gibson. Charnel Stokes will be the one to watch in the next 4 years. Tennessee has an Ironman at shortstop. New coach Dave Serrano is ready to look at him for leadership. Reporter Josh Williams takes a closer look into the senior shortstop, Zach Osborne. The Lady Vols softball team is currently 3rd in the SEC and 9th in the nation, but grabbing those kind of ranks requires the girls to work together. But for 2 Lady Vols softball players, it goes beyond traditional teamwork. New campuses, new friends, new classes, and a new life, that's what most college freshmen experience. But for college athletes, add a new team, new coaches, and new opponents to that list.